How's it going, everyone? Well, we're going to do something a little bit different today. Today is going to be a picture tutorial install video on how to install the new Corvus Defense charging handle. I'll show you some of the tools you're going to need and explain how this is going to work. Hope you enjoy the video. You're going to need a set of punches, a small set of screwdrivers, and a set of torque bits. Well, you're seeing a stripped down AUG receiver, so that's how you will start off. The center punch pin in the middle of the charging handle needs to be located in the center of the receiver. As you see, I'm using a 3/32 punch, for which you're going to insert into the roll pin, and then with a slight hammer, you'll need to punch it completely through. As you see, it will start to come through the charge handle. With the handle being in the middle of the receiver, it will actually go through one of your window cuts and fall inside the receiver. All you will need to do to remove the punch pin is roll the receiver over, and the pin will fall out where your barrel normally is located. Make sure you do not lose any of these parts, just in case if you wish to reinstall the factory charging handle at a later time. As you can see, the pin is very small and it will fall out the bottom side of the receiver. Your punch pin will slightly be stuck inside the old charging handle. You may need to take a pair of pliers to pull it loose. As you can tell, with your punch, it will go completely through the charging handle. If you have this aligned in the middle, it will go completely through the receiver. Once the punch pin is removed, you can actually pull up the plastic old charging handle and it will start to come up. You do not have to worry about any of these springs coming loose at this particular moment. Set aside your charging handle. Using the same punch pin, you will push through a retaining pin that holds in the springs. There are 2 springs. None of them are truly under any real tension, but do be mindful that you not to lose anything. Pull out your retaining pin and set it off to the side. Once the pin is removed, you can now remove the metal retainer that holds the charging handle to the receiver. This will just lift straight up. There will be the spring on the left, which may fall out. If not, just reach in and remove it. You will not need this any longer. There is a replacement inside your Corvus Defense package. You can always reference this video if you wish to reinstall your original charge handle for the direction that these springs go in. With a flat-bladed screwdriver, you may need it to remove out the secondary spring. This is the retainer which keeps your charge handle in the vertical position. Sometimes due to carbon, they get stuck. So just take the screwdriver and slightly pull up on the spring. The spring is attached to a small metal piston style clip. They can be separated, so just make sure when you take this apart that you pull out the actual metal pin and the spring. At this point, you can unpackage your Corvus Defense charge handle and get it ready for install. I would recommend that you leave the actual charging mechanism inside your receiver in the halfway position so you can access it. The Corvus Defense charge handle, you will need to remove the screw that's in the back of it 100%. This will take a torque bit driver. I actually use the fix-it sticks so I can set the inch pounds, but it is not truly necessary that these just have to be snugged up. When you take it apart, the charging handle will come off first, followed by 2 washers. These are locking washers, so do make sure when you put them back on that they are cammed correctly, that they do interlock with each other. If not, you will have a spacing. The screw and then the lock wing will then be removed from the charge handle from the retainer, and then we'll be working with the retainer next. This pin is removable, but is not necessary to take it out of the Corvus charge handle. You will now insert the spring that comes with it, and we'll be mindful to make sure that we put the cam into the correct position. You will see on the left-hand side of your charging handle that there is a window cut here above my thumb. We'll make sure that the spring leading edge sits all the way down inside this, which it only goes in one direction. The second side of the spring will have a full 90-degree bend in it. You will need to make sure that this stays in the top position. We will have to move this a little bit later on, which will take some explanation to make sure that we keep the proper load on the spring. What you'll end up doing next is now actually inserting the new charge handle through into the receiver charge mechanism. You'll need to push it through all 3 of those eyelets and then reinstall your retaining clip. Your 2 washers will be installed next, then your charge handle. The best way for this to go on is to actually slightly tighten it up, about 4 or 5 threads. You will need to push the charge handle backwards while holding the mechanism inside the receiver to set the retaining pin to lock it into place. I would recommend to leave the Corvus charge handle at the full 90 degrees to the left hand side, due to we will be moving the charge handle to set the spring tension. As you can see, the cover goes over, which captures the charge handle to the charging carrier assembly. This becomes the difficult part. You can see at the top of the screen, the spring is now over the ledge. You will need to take the screwdriver and get underneath that 90-degree corner. You will need to push it all the way forward and down. This will take a few minutes to do and is the most difficult part of this install. It's actually going to go underneath the very first eyelet, and once you do so, you will actually create the load tension on the charge handle, which gives you the movement when you lock it into place so it does not flop around. Like I said, this may take a few minutes, and this is the hardest part of the install. Once that is done, you need to go back, adjust your charging handle to the position that you desire, and tighten it up. I do put a little bit of Loctite on mine, and I tighten it to about 10 inch-pounds. This is where the fix-it sticks come in and truly shine, because you can make the proper adjustments without stripping any of the aluminum. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this install video. Like I said, these tools that I used are the Real Avid punch set. It's an armorer toolkit. The fix-it sticks, which you can actually look on their website. There's a couple different kits. This is just their standard one with up to a 65 inch-pound torque setting with all the extra torque bits. Well guys, with all the editing and the timing differences from when these videos come out, just wanted to let you know that I did this install right before Augs in August, my annual range day, and I let everyone try this out. And just to give you guys some contents, this went 8 hours. We went through over 5,000 rounds of ammo, and we didn't have any issues with any of the parts that we installed from Corvus Defense. So check out the other videos. You guys can see what we did at range day.
I still practice.